Hello everybody and welcome to me being a prat. I've got a fancy webcam now. I think I had a webcam last stream actually, but apparently increases viewer retention. I wouldn't put you through the pain of me being on the screen if it didn't have a benefit. So I was streaming before actually, and I had a huge issue. I was streaming to my unlisted test stream, so I went through an entire monologue and intro thing, and I wasn't even live, so that was a pointless exercise really. So hello everybody. I say everybody, I've got one person streaming, and I do apologise about these horrendous camera angles. I forget now that I have to actually look and think about a whole new aspect of the stream. So basically what I was trying to say in my first attempt at this is that I was going to do Sprint Club today, and I completely forgot that my own league isn't on yet. It's got another 2 days on. So we're going to do Survival Club instead, because I don't want to, and I don't like myself. So we've got a BMW M1 Pro Car Rally. That's what we're going to be using. And I'm going to concede to say I have no idea. 1982. It's a bit older than me. And, well, that's not very good. I hope you can hear me. If there's any audio issues, please let me know. And I hope you appreciate the epic pun in the screen, in the stream title. And my beautiful Nokia smartphone look is trying to load this thing, and it's not working. I don't know if you can see that. Hopefully my phone number doesn't come up on the screen, but yeah, it's just crashed. So I am trying to look at chat and it's not working. So we'll get this loading while we do that. So we've got our choice: Porsche, BMW, Opel, or Lancia. I've never actually heard of Opel, and I feel like I'm gonna get murdered for that. But I haven't actually heard of them, so it's one of those things, I guess. Right, let's get into the rallying then. I'll choose the BMW because I've driven it before, and it should be probably 2 hours of my load time now. So we're in for the long haul here. Did I set the stream to public is the question. I don't know if I did or not. We'll check. That would explain a lot of things actually. Usually I have a few melons in the stream by now, watching purely for the screen caps. Is it public is the question. It is. So the melons are just clearly tired tonight, and not on for it. So here we go. It's going to have to be Survival Club then. And, well, it's Spain, so it's not even gravel, so I can't crash really. He says. And if I am too big on the screen, then I apologise, I can make that smaller and a bit. I don't watch many streams myself, so I have no idea what they're supposed to look like. These streams are webcams anyway. And oh no! I've lowered my graphics as well for this because I didn't want any embarrassing moments. And it feels a little bit slow. Right. Let's see options. No, I don't want that. I want. What do I want? I'm freezing. 12 stages, so it's going to be a very, very long day. And because I'm filled with... I mean, we're going to do hard tyres for the showdown runs, obviously. We want no spare tyres. So this is what we're going to do. We're going to do the Iron Man run. I coined that term myself. And we're going to do absolutely zero service stops. That's the point of the league. 0 service stops. We're going to do 0 service stops and no tyres changes or any of those shenanigans. So we're basically trying to ruin our mental health. And I should explain to people who are watching this on the VOD why I'm wearing gloves right now. And it comes out of a mixture of self-hatred and a lot of no, that it breaks the wheel if I don't. Now here's the ghetto thing about my entire setup. I've got a screw loose here on my wheel. So after every stage, I have to do this. I have to screw back down. I have to screw my wheel back onto the wheel. So I'm not sure that's entirely the intended use of Thrustmaster products. But it's the use I've got. And I am going to up the audio looking at that.
Go. 50, 5 left, into 4 right. Keep left over 60, 4 right, very long, opens 30. 5 right over crest, 3 left long. Into 5 right, into 3 left long, tightens 2. Into 6 right, extra long, tightens 4 long.
Now usually I'd be talking right now,
into 4 right,
but this car is one of those where you can't really talk while using it. You either you're either driving or you're out of the race. Okay, so soft tyres. Oh, is there going to be a wet stage? Right, if there's a wet stage, I'm going for puncture business. Okay, I think we're ready to start. Everything's working. Nope, we're not. I need to lower my audio. That was the plan. Alt-tabbing issues have occurred in previous rounds, so I don't want to alt-tab when I'm in the game. So I'll alt-tab now, get that sorted, and return to you. So it's gonna be Survival Club. It's gonna be fun. Well, it's not gonna be fun. It's gonna be far from fun. It's these soft tyres aren't gonna last. Aren't gonna last at all.
starts 50, keep right, into 5 left, into 4 right, good luck.
I'm not looking forward to this. Well, I am, just not that much.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go.
These cars are awesome though. Now the key to Survival Club is not going too fast out the blocks. You just have to completely ignore the fact that you're 4 seconds slower than the rest of the field, because the way it works is they're the ones that crash in the end. So you've just got to relax, don't do anything stupid, and just hope. And we've got tyre conservation to do because of the because of all the business with my self-hatred. He says, setting a purple sector. So you'll notice I'm not doing many rallying techniques right now, other than just having a nice little Sunday drive. Car feels good, got a nice amount of grip. Doesn't want to do anything really. Get it sliding if I need to. You know, this is all in good fun, and we're pulling away. This is probably my best survival run ever, and we're 2 minutes in. And now this is where it gets interesting, because this is where Phil starts being a bit of an idiot. Oh, beautiful. Not that beautiful, but beautiful nonetheless. We got a bit of burnout. We haven't killed ourselves yet, and that's good. Right, I need to share the stream because I completely forgot to share it in the one place that are probably gonna watch the stream. And there we go. I mean, beating the GOAT of Dirt Rally 2.0 himself. Well, EERC anyway. Stage 1 though. Philip Mills isn't the and I am on soft tyres as well. I forgot that. I should hope I'm faster than Staffy on these tyres. Well, this menu music, shut up, man. It's annoying me. It's annoying me. It is absolute banger though. Look at this. Look at the form and the skill in my driving. It is like watching prime Colin McRae, who I wasn't born to watch rally. Yes, I am. I will be with you, chat. If chat's a thing at the minute. In a second. Just got to do this thing. Try and get my stream looking popular, you know. It's the YouTube grind. I'm actually going to make use on the Vowels server, which is a league we run. I'm going to make use of the tongue-in-cheek Twitch streams channel, because why not? And we'll go back, we'll see viewership absolutely spike to 0. Beautiful. Right, I think I might have to bully a few people into watching my stream here. It seems like the only sensible option. Reporting that. I'm not risking this for anything. My hatred for Philip Mills is up here. And I don't trust missing a word that he says. So, if you give us a hot second. Why is my Nokia phone so crap? It's like, it's taking me more than the rally. You look ancient. I've just been called ancient. What? That's a bit rude. I look ancient. Oh, that is disrespectful. It won't let me actually watch the live version of my own stream. So first comment on the stream, you look ancient. You see, I feel like when I put these glasses on, despite looking like an absolute prat, it ages me a good 20 years, which is all lovely. It's good when I want to sound important. Screwdriver, I forgot about that. Wheels wobbly. Right, let's go. True rallying prowess. Whoa. Virginity protection. I mean, I only wear. I explained earlier in the stream, it's actually for the wheel. I have very sweaty hands and it's very hot in Britain at the minute, so I have to put them on to stop the wheel clamming up and being horrible. Also, I paid 40 quid for these. Oh, I didn't pay. But 40 quid was spent on these gloves, one way or another. And for some reason, they've been used in karting less than they have in ERC. Why did Phil feel the need to point out that pole there? What was that pole going to do? Like, he won't point out massive boulders that will literally kill both of us, but he'll point out a tiny pole that's not going to do anything. Why is there a pole there? Like, it was in the middle of the... There was no corner. Joe Gillett's in the chat. Hello, Joe. I think it's Joe. I only caught a glance of it. These Group B cars are quite the handful. It was a bit closer than I'd like, considering I got no spare tyres. And I'm on softs. I actually can't see. I should up my contrast. Just going for the championship points, boys, and hopefully a podium. Thing is, Callie's probably sitting there with this in the background, and he's probably already gone 50 seconds faster than me in the first sector. Oh my god, the people! Why do you all start chatting when I'm like actually doing something? I'm so good at this game. Yes, stop motion vids by James. I do know him vaguely. He went to our school last year. Angus Thorpe says, I never realised how much you look like an old man when you do this. And then Callie's backed up saying it's not only us who think you're a boomer. Well, I mean, I've also figured out a way to fix film. And I don't know if I can do it in the game. I might have to... Preferences. Okay, right. Is it in here? Okay, I'm doing this for the gag, but you'll see. I'm going to have to quit to main menu for a second. Time has gone from 8 to 30 in the last 2 years. You know, I surprisingly get that a lot. And I mean, it's true. I look at the old Val streams, and it's like... I sound about 8. Like, there's a gap from 2016... 2019... 2015 to 20... hang on, give me 1 second. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to do the ballsy move and sack Phil mid-rally. Where do I do it? Profile. It's here, isn't it? I'll go for some French bloke. So, yeah, there was a gap between like 2015 and 2017 when I sound pretty much the same. But yeah, Phil's been sacked now, by the way. That's what we just did there. We've got French co-driver now. So that's lovely. Phil can get stuffed if he's going to call out bollards like that. So we're now going for a French co-driver. and Francais. I need to revise for my French GCSE anyway, so this is just that pretty much in a nutshell there. Yeah, I might be mildly disturbed by the quality. I mean, it's a dirt rally stream, man. Oh, I mean, you know, it's just for the effect. Cool backgrounds are for people who have too much time on their hand. It's, you know, it's a serious sim racing esports stream here today, and just for the effect. Unless you're talking about my background. I used to have a green... Well, I do have a green screen. It's just not up at the minute because I was in computer science class and it fell down. And I was putting it back up. I got my hammer and everything. And I was putting it back up. And then the teacher's like, why aren't you answering questions? And I was like, mate, I am currently standing on my desk, hammering a green screen up, and you're... Oui. I can't focus. This is too funny. Oh, is this stage 1? Oui. I was going to say he might as well be speaking a foreign language, but he is. The pace, though. I don't have Phil. It's unbelievable. I don't think you're allowed to change driver mid-rally, but I did. That's the first spin of the day. Wait, it's alright. We haven't got any damage. We do. I think wheel geometry's out a bit. But it's Survival Club. People finish on 3 wheels in this league. And that's the spirit of it. To put it really larply. It's a new word. I don't know what this bloke is saying, to be honest with you. But this is revision, and my French teacher cannot tell me that I'm not doing homework right now. I'm revising under a stressful situation, much like the exam will be. And I have saved myself an abusive relationship with a dodgy Welshman. I appreciate most of the people in this stream don't actually watch or understand the joke here. Basically, Phil is a bit of a prat. He's actually a legend in real life. Everyone loves him. But in the game... Well, that corner was a bit longer than I thought. I think the scary thing is how much this proves how much I rely on the visual information over the audio. Oui. Always under control. Dabber handbrake, absolutely beautiful. Masterclass in the dirt rally department. Quatre long, I think that means 4 long. Gauche-toi. Petite. That means small. Arrive Catradometra stop. That means something finish line. There we go. There we go. Wee. I don't know how much you can hear the co-driver. But just to confirm, I changed him to French. So I've got a baguette in the other side of the car. And I've got a scary gap to Staffy. I've got that awkward gap where it's not... It's a huge gap, but it's not like... You can... I mean, Callie will know what I mean. It's a huge gap, but you can quite easily find yourself without that gap in about 3 seconds. Well, technically, it would take 28 seconds for that gap to come down. That's not the point. I don't think Staffy's done his entire thing, though. That's the thing. That's the thing right there. So, we're just driving like a madman here. And I would say the French co-driver does actually make it a little bit more difficult. As we're a third of the way through. Technically, we're a quarter of the way through. When we finish this stage, we'll be a third of the way through. So, fun rally. All fun. And, well, it's 8:25. So I'll be done by 9 o'clock. I won't be done by 9 o'clock at all. I'll be done by... I don't know when I'll be done by. Probably 9:20, I imagine. Probably have another hour. Well, it depends how well I do, I suppose. I apologise if I've just messed up the audio there. I don't know what he's on about. Man? Go. I love how the French really came up with an original name for go. So that means 30 into 6 left. 50 mètres. I do not know what this bloke's on about, to be honest. He could be reading me my own... What's it called? Obituary. And I wouldn't be any other wiser. So, that's fun. Like, these could be government secrets and I just wouldn't know. Well, the throttle management through there was George Russell-esque. I should have used someone who was known for his throttle management other than George Russell. So technically speaking, if I finish today, I will be the first to finish. Unfortunately, that's also not how rally works. See, my theory is that my brain is actually understanding what all these words mean. It's just I'm not. Oh, that's a code brown. That doesn't count as a speed. Whoa, the soft tyres are gone, I think. Yeah, I've got no grip. That's a bit of a shame. I've got zero grip. It's like driving on ice. I put this upon myself, so I'm not going to complain. This is all a part of the fun. Which is the biggest meme challenge in dirt rally history. Might be wrong, but I'm pretty sure the hard tyres under normal circumstances struggle to make it to the end of this rally. So we're really putting in a shift. Easy. Why did I brake before the line? Oh, it's coming home. Survival Club is coming home. Cali will beat this by like... I mean, Staffy will beat this by a significant amount. So, oh, no. These things take 45 minutes. These things take... How long is it? An hour. And we're 15 minutes in, technically. So, that's fun. I'm being sent Instagram. Why does no one send me any messages until I'm streaming? Like, my phone will be dead for years. I will have no activity throughout an entire week. And the second I stream for the first time in months, it's of course up. I've just been on my phone. Yeah, the first time I stream in weeks, months even. It's phone lights up. So this looks like a bit of a long stage, actually. I should probably talk about the racing, as that's probably the most interesting thing here. 8.91 miles. That's a long time. That's at least a 3-minute run for someone of my physical capabilities. And, well, considering the car contains a Frenchman, it's probably going to be a painful 8 minutes. I swear we've driven this stage like 5 times. I can't really complain that he didn't mention that rock was there on the apex, because he probably did. I can't see a thing. Whoa, bollocks. That wasn't good. Oh, I swore. Sorry. Cannot wait for my mum to march into my room in a minute, because she's heard me say that miraculously. Oh no, they just got back. They didn't hear me say it. Isn't that lovely? I can hear them now. They might not start talking about bloody private information now that you can probably hear them. So I'm just going to start talking for a minute so that you spare the background noise of my dog being walked. Lovely little dog. Romanian crossbred terrier thing. We could find out her breed, but we don't want to, because the vet would charge donkeys. I would have to sell a limb. And probably 2 lungs for any vet services near where I live. My issue with tarmac is you can't Scandi flick very well. And considering my driving style in this game is Scandinavian flicks, then that's a bit of a shame. The grip seems to be coming back in the tyres, and I don't know why. My suggestion would be that it's got something to do with surface deck settings. But I can't guarantee that. Whoa! So, the grip was there and isn't anymore. I do apologise for the fact that you're getting completely ruined by the sound here. There's a hairpin. We'll try the Scandinavian flick. The Scandinavian flick wasn't going to work, but we made the corner, so that's lovely. Yep. I looked at something and didn't get the roll cover from there. Thing is, some people have just joined, and you may be thinking, this man is crap at this game. I am not, I promise. Well, I am, but I'm not. This is Survival Club, and I am on a strategy that no one recommends. Strategists hate him. I'm getting my racing driver excuses while I'm spinning, so I'm actually driving remarkably well for my standards. Deary me. This is a bit of a moment. Oversteer moment. Why I put handbrake on there, I don't know. Must be an IQ problem. You know, I have to say, despite the fact that the man in my ear is French, it's still a lot more peaceful than Philip Mills. I mean, technically what I just said was racist. Technically. Pascal. PG. Oh no. We've got a puncture. The game gives you one puncture thing anyway, so it would let me pull over right now and repair that puncture if I wanted to. We'll assess the damage when we get to the end of this end of the stage. Bravo! Thank you. Finished on 3 wheels. I'm that much of a goat. I refuse to believe that gave me a puncture though. It's the other side, isn't it? Oh, it's the side that's not on the camera angle. I think the puncture thing flashed up for a second. And I can't guarantee anything. But yes, I was pointing out PGA Tour 2 K21. I've heard it's a very based game. But puncture's scary me. I mean, we're on stage 6. I can finish with a front right puncture. I mean, I can't. Well, I can try. We do a bit of trying. To be fair, the title is we do a bit of rolling. So if I didn't roll, then it would. Oh, we've just done this stage. I swear. Oh, it's the reverse. Okay. So, trying to see if there's anything interesting in my room that I can finally show because of the break. I have an old Nokia smartphone, and I'm gonna have to. I don't have to blur the back. It's an uncle's old phone actually. I don't know how it came into my my possession, but it's quite cool. 2 megapixel camera, and very based. And cool. What other goodies do I have on my desk? I'm gonna have to double check this doesn't have my address on it. It doesn't. We have a Holy Bible, and I don't know why. I don't know why I have a Holy Bible, but I do. I may just slam the Bible on the desk. Right, have we got a puncture? Actually, I think there is an interesting story behind that. I think it was because I was given it in year 7 as part of some charity thing. We've got a puncture. No, have we? No, we haven't. It's fine. There was a bit of pull on the front for a second. Not that kind of. Okay, I should point out at this point, racing driver excuse. These tyres have got no grip in them. But yes, anyway, back to the Bible. So, it was given to me as part of some charity donation at school. And the bloke who gave it was very, very nice. He was such a legend. He was talking about his deep, how the Bible saved him from all this stuff. And I would feel really bad throwing it away. So, I've kept it, and it now lives on my desk, unread. I think I've read 2 pages and put it down. I mean, I'm not the most Christian man. Although I feel like that is the next character development if I was a... if my life were to be a film, bloody hell, we're really going into 13-year-old girl territory here, then it would involve a man converting to Christianity to something. And I'm waffling now, I appreciate that, but I'm also trying to concentrate. So we're really just going whatever spurts out of my mouth right now, and hopefully it's nothing offensive. Hopefully it's clippable because we need that extra popularity internet-wise. Why is it that when I'm talking I drive better than when I'm not? We won't never know. I do love this car. It's a very nice car. I didn't see the one right. French fill is slightly less useless than English fill. Not going to miss Spain, has to be said. I'm joking, I love this place, and I feel like I know these corners now out of some form of muscle memory. Where I got that muscle memory from, God knows, it's supposed to be unseen stages, but here we go. I'd say Spain's one of my stronger rallies, purely because it's not in the DLC that Nick kindly provided for me. Now Nick was a legend. Just randomly giving someone the DLC. That was... And I've used the term 2 times now. But based of him. And I sound sarcastic, it was actually a very cool thing of him to do. And I appreciated it a lot. May not sound like it, though I am currently sweating my arse off and dying inside, so you win some, you lose some. Thing is, because of this wheel, the motor behind it I feel like gets hotter, and added with the PC heat, I feel like when it's like 28 degrees outside, it just turns this room into a pressure cooker and I start sweating profusely. After my stint at Le Mans this year, it was so painful. I think I literally had to go and get a shower because it was like, it was just 2 hours of relentless heat. Bono! And to be fair, the tyres are feeling semi-decent. They're not too bad. It's just like driving on gravel progressively more. I feel like the car's sliding a little bit more. And it just feels a little bit less connected to the road. I don't know how to describe that. But I feel like tyre wear isn't too much of a factor in this game. Like, I feel like until the tyres get really dead, it's alright. I mean, it's survival, but we're just chilling anyway. I don't think we're... You know, I don't think anyone goes 100% in survival club. I think it's mostly people just trying to finish. Maybe one day, when I get super confident with the cars and things, I'll be able to go 100%, but right now it's just a bit of a chill. It's just a, not a Sunday drive. Just not take any risks. Like, I feel like if it was Sprint Club, or plug in that now, or if it was EERC, WRC, then I'd have taken that flat, for example, and probably have ridden that slide on throttle. But Survival Club do be an endurance league and all that. I'm sorry if you can hear the little I don't know what it's called, the thing on my hoodie rubbing against the reel. The zip, that's the one. And I just looked down at my hoodie, and now that's a very high definition tree, and that's a recovery. Thing is, again, I feel like 12-second penalties in Survival Club are nothing really. Like, they're annoying, but I think most people will get them. I think you'd be hard pressed to find someone who could do an entire Survivor Club without a single spin or penalty. We are all human, despite what Pascal's times may say. This is quite nervy now. I'm actually doing semi-decently. I don't want to mess up. I was too close to that rock then. Uh-oh. Why did I stop to read his message, man? I'm not sure what you mean by the flatterer. There. Oh, right. Me. Beautiful. Wonderful. I think you're talking about me. I don't know. My brain isn't with it right now. And easy. Another stage done in 9 minutes and 42 seconds. 43 technically. Right, let's have a look at this. I have a message on Snapchat. And for once in my life, it's a female. But we don't do that here. So, rallying it is. Rallying is the #1 essential in life, after all. And so is screwing in your wheel. And I kid you not, I've had to do this down the Mulsanne Straight before. EERC. It was, I think I was it wasn't code 80 either. So my times wouldn't be human. Oh yes, there we go. I say a lot of things, so your times aren't human most of the time. For some reason, in the last couple of seasons, you've just decided, yeah, I'm going to go 10 seconds faster than the rest of you now. And we don't do females here. No, we don't. No, we don't. They are bastant when it comes to rallying. I mean, you know. I mean, I'm laughing. I probably won't reply to that message ever. that message is staying unread. Oh, I should reply back and just link the stream. Why is the leaderboard leader 90 minutes? That doesn't bode well. DX nuts. Thank you, Sam. You just made me completely miss my start. Now, Sam, I know you've got this game on PS5. This is how you do it. with a little bit of braking into the 2 left. Catch the slide. Tyres do be dead though. French co-driver as well. I mean, am I not the best rallying driver since Colin McRae? In fact, did Colin McRae ever use a foreign co-driver in a foreign language? I don't think so. I think you have to be really careful on this cliffside bit, because if you go over there, that's your rally done, I'm pretty sure. Whoa, I almost came very close to finding that out, actually. My tyres have got 0 life left in them, I have to say. I'm a bit confused how someone's got got a time on the board if I've been the only one doing the rally thus far. So either there's a ghost or Staffy's streaming as well, which would be amazing. If we were on Twitch, I'd host him, but we're not. Not that he'd benefit much, considering the fact that most of the EERC people go straight there anyway. If Staffy is indeed streaming, Pascal, make sure he knows I said hi. The greatest Swede who ever did Swede. Realised I'm biting my lip as I do this. And that was just corner cutting strategy, time gaining, and all that. It's all about, it's not about being smooth in rally, it's about just sending it. He said extra long, which I assume means extra long. Oui, I understand every single thing he's saying here. My Snapchat is on fire. Why is this happening? This never happens. No one ever messages me. And now my phone is just going absolutely ballistic. I'm not trying to say I'm popular. I'm just trying to say that it's so ironic. I must be so famous. Either that or it's a complete and utter coincidence. And it's a bunch of porn bots, which, to be fair, is quite likely. Well, Samuel, I think you're being quite rash there. Bloody Frenchie, man. And it's definitely his fault. No, let me... That's not good. I can't get back up there. Go on, power through it. Go on, son. Bloody BMW. Yeah, these... I feel like I have to mention it every time I spin. But these soft tyres are going... I think a solid 100 miles. That's their recommended expiry date there. Right, there we go. We've lost quite a lot of time. Rash. I'm dying. Well, it is. I say I've got a load of Snapchat. I've had 2, which for me is still an infinite improvement on what I normally get. So, still a win. Right, here we go. Let's see. Have we been absolutely overtaken by the person in first? Has the game glitched out? It was Staffy. He's 53 minutes down. So, I mean, I don't want to be disrespectful, but we might have this in the bag here. And by the way, before Sam, I know what you're like. You go, you're doing so crap. Yeah, you're spinning. And accurate impression, by the way. You're spinning and all this. And there's only 2 people racing. There's not. There's more. I'm just the second person to go. And secondly, I'm spinning because I'm crap, but also because my tyres are dead. Bono, my tyres are dead. We've got 4 stages left now. So this is where it gets a little bit tedious. I've been streaming for an hour and 1 minute already. So we've probably got, with 2/3 of the way through, 3/4 of the way through, I think. 3/6. No, we're not. There's a lot of time to go. Stage 8, stage 9, stage 10, stage 11. It's 5 stages left. We're on stage 8, so it is tedious. It really is. But it was an accurate representation of you. I can assure you of that. Oh my god, I look so normal without my glasses on. But unfortunately, I have to see. The thing is though, here's the thing. These glasses don't do anything. I cannot see any better without the glasses on. They're just purely so my eyes don't die. I jumped that start. Perfectly done Scandi flick there. Even though it had literally none of the desired effect. Bloody hell! These Spanish cliffsides are bloody killing me. Whee! I will do that. I'm going to tell my French teacher this tomorrow. Whoa, what the hell? Since when would a rock have that effect to a literal World Rally Championship car? These things had the suspension of a kid who bought weed into school. They were that good. And a little rock's doing that to them. Right, I should plug this as well. So, on Saturday, gentlemen, and this is more for the benefit of the people who don't follow sim racing, I'm going to be on the Visk Daytona 24 Hours broadcast. September the 11th. I don't know what times I'll be on, but I will be on at some point. And Reading Game are going to be racing, my team, so that's all lovely. I'm not going to be racing, I'm going to be commentating. Because I'm pretty much just a modern day Murray Walker. In effect. And yes, it's going to be a load of fun. It starts Saturday, obviously finishes Sunday, 3 o'clock it starts UK, and it's going to be a load of fun. They'll let me carry the stream for a longer time. We're just picking up rubber. Yeah, you could see immediately how Staffy's pulling away now because of the tyre difference. And I'm going to go out on a limb and say at this stage it is the tyre difference. We've done 8 stages on a tyre that in a normal rally, typically they recommend you change it after 2. So I'm expecting to lose time at this stage. I mean, you can see how little grip I've got. And as I said, It was a complete... I mean, it's a challenge, isn't it? I don't really care about result as long as I finish. But that is absurd. Hello. Oh, fox. But yeah, I've got no grip on these tyres. 1-0. Oh, why did we go into the soft so early, man? Your fault, Mercedes. I'm in a BMW, but it's Mercedes' fault. Oh, this is getting a little bit messy. I need to be very careful. But yes, I can assure you this is genuinely the tyres, not me. I feel at this stage. They are horrific. It's the oversteer that's the killer. Usually you can get away with... It's just the fact that these cars grip badly normally. In a way. You very much have to slide them to go fast. When you put that on with tyres 3 times past their minimum, or their maximum, it's a bit messy. So I'm going to have to... Whoa, that's a bit nasty. Important thing is, I don't have any damage, and that's all that matters in Survival Club. Survival Club is a pure mental gymnastics challenge, and it helps if you're fast. Stop! Bravo! Thank you, my friend. Run over the marshal for good measure. The glasses are for you to be the new Bill Gates. I am Bill Gates. He is me. And I put microchips in the vaccines and all that jazz. I took a screenshot, I don't know why. But I was going to say stagely wheel screw, but that would be a little bit dodgy. So we're going to screw the nut in on my wheel. The screw, it's not a nut, is it? A nut is one of them other things. Yeah, maybe this is why I wouldn't cut it on a building site. Oh, building sites for people with too much time anyway. Stage 9. We're 2/3 of the way through now. So officially, so we just got to weather the storm now. Down to the end. This is a short stage anyway, so it should only take a couple minutes to complete. Go back through the town. I think the map orientation changes, because that town's the only thing... So, if you don't know how Dirt Rally works, all of this... You can't see the other angle. But all of this all of that, all the lines you can see, I believe, are roads modelled into the game. So they can just pretty much draw routes where they want. So you'll notice that a lot of the routes we drive have got a bit of all of it in it. So you'll notice corners and things, which is one of my favourite things about this game. It actually feels like you're driving in the same area rather than just... You know, it's more practical. Like, they do that in real life, I imagine. WRC does it. Like, for all the jip we give it, this game is good. It's got a few issues with it, but I think every AAA game, unfortunately, now has issues with it. But, you know, as rally games go, I think this will go down as one of the classics, probably. At least for me, it will. I suppose it is my first proper rally game. I mean, I played WRC 6 and Seagull Rally and all of that jazz, but it doesn't really count. That was a drone. Like, you see when I put the throttle down there, how the car just snapped on me? That's what I'm on about with the tyres. Far too aggressive on throttle application. But like I'm just doing what you normally do on new tyres, but because I'm on the older tyres, the grip's just not there. So it goes round. We're now driving like we're on... But to be honest, as I said, it's weird. This is for the old excitement factor and the personal challenge. What I'm trying to say, without making myself sound like a bit of a melon, it's the taking part that counts. But no, I feel like this is it's an achievement to finish in these cars in a way. Like, it takes so much to not make a mistake in these cars. It takes a lot of luck, a lot of everything. Casually doing small talk at 100 mile an hour. Well, no, because I feel like at this stage it's pretty much just operating off of pure muscle memory. You forgot to add the for my ego with a foreign co-driver. Which fair, it sounds like something Nigel Farage would say. But for me it's not racist, it's factual. Now that is just sod's law, isn't it? I can't see behind me. Oh. There you go. It's made me stop there. So that works. It's Dirt 2.0, Sam. No, it's interesting. I always get the odd person say, why aren't you using Dirt 5? It's the newer game. They're two different series. Dirt Rally is the more serious sim racing series that's like simulation, and then Dirt's the arcade game. I did sound like a bit of an elitist there. Very nice. Stefan, you are chasing me down. To be fair, it's a shame you've had issues earlier on in the round. I assume you had issues. I mean, which is better? Well, I haven't played Dirt 4. Though for me, I'm going to default to Dirt 2.0 because it's a rally game. It's sim racing. It's not an arcade game. So for me, I'd always choose the more sim-oriented option. Because I mean, I suppose it's not exactly true, but a load of people say that it's. I mean, I know pro rally drivers who train with this game, so it's. Well, that's a bit of a. They play this game on their home sims at least. I mean, they probably have better simulators. I imagine. Actually, some of the sim racing nerds. Fellow sim racing nerds will probably be able to back me up on here. Would pro rally teams like Toyota and that lot, would they be using R-Factor Pro? And I'll let you mull over that. Because I doubt they'd use this. I think some of the junior categories, like I know there's that Irish bloke and that British driver, that girl, who runs about 0% force feedback, and everyone watches exclusively for the gameplay content and just the gameplay. I know she uses this to train. She's also part of the Little Force Feedback Club. Surprisingly, the meta of this game is to run, well, I prefer it anyway, to run less force feedback than you'd run another. I think I've got mine set to 30. Might be, I'll check. Where do I check? Input. There we go. 55, there we go. I forgot about 55. if there are any rally sims. Because, yeah, I'd say this is closest to a sim. It's still a bit arcadey, but it's probably the most sim-like game in terms of, you know, not necessarily how hard it is, but just in terms of how it handles. I'd say it's fairly realistic. Like, I feel like you get a lot better feeling with the cars as well, and they behave more naturally than in other games. And I mean, I don't recall ever playing WRC having bad tyre wear and having to manage that like this. And I think as well the little things, like the drones coming across the track, that technically counts as realism. But I'm wondering, would they just use R-Factor Pro and mod the hell out of it, like most teams? Or would they have to like use a custom built sim? Because surely R-Factor's, I mean I hope R-Factor's sim model is advanced enough so that they can run a proper... Did he ask me to get speeded yet? Yeah, I hope R-Factor's sim model's realistic enough so that they can run rally. I know they have rally stages in the game, in R-Factor 2 at least. And as far as I'm aware, it's built on the same base. Or even the R-Factor Pro's out there and expensive. 70k, I think it. No, I think it's at least 15k for an R-Factor Pro copy. We'll Google it after the rally. I'll put my... Well, that wasn't ideal. That's just one of them things that happens with low tyre wear, with high tyre wear. But yeah, we'll just... I'll put my Edge up and... I'll try not to install much software on this new Windows install, so I'm using Microsoft Edge. It's quite painful. It also is quite good because I don't have to be so careful on streams. Because there's literally no personal data on this account, on this install. Also means I can be a bit more risky with the websites I visit. By that I mean dodgy live streams of sporting events, obviously. Not the obvious. Or I should hope sporting events is the obvious rather. Bloody hell. I'm actually so glad that bush just stopped me. Because that was going to be a very nasty crash. We've got away with it. That's the first time in these games physics being stupid is something I can respect. Oh, I should mention why I absolutely ram the marshal. It's because it doesn't give you a time penalty and it's just... it makes you stop quicker, so... Though I would prefer next game for him to fall low. I think that'd be very funny. Oh, jump out of the way. And you just turbo or damage, that'd be brilliant. Yeah. Well, that's probably fair, yeah, Staffy. I know Rich Burns is still played a lot, but I played it, and I know it's a bit before my time. I don't think it's particularly... I don't think it's sim like Dirt Rally. I think it's definitely... It's like R-Factor to R-Factor 2. You know, it's a good game and fun to play, but not as good as the new one. Hopefully Dirt 3's good. I'm hoping Dirt 3 we get no shenanigans with the EA takeover. Like stupid features and things. And like, I mean, we joke about Phil, but in a way I guess pace notes are pretty subjective. So what one driver wants in his pace notes is, you know, not what someone else would put in. Like, I think I'd be, if I did a proper recce with all of the proper co-driver things. Yeah, I'd agree. I found I improved when I lowered force feedback, actually. You get so much more car control because Like, you can just whip the wheel around. You know, you can really... It's, you can really whip the wheel around. And that's so crucial, I find, when you're rallying. It's a penultimate stage, by the way. So let's just hope we don't crash. I love Survival Club. It's pretty much an endurance race, but even more attritional. Like, I have done many 24-hour races now in the world of sim racing, and Survival Club has to... It's at least on par with some of the most attritional 24 hours I've done. Like Daytona this year with the EERC. Not the Daytona we're streaming on Saturday 3 PM Visk YouTube channel. That's virtual IMSA Sports Car Championship. I'm basically their PR department at this point. I'm joking. We love Christian. I've lost my point now. But yeah, no, I feel like Survival Club's great because it's just like the endurance experience, all the pain, and to be fair, little satisfaction and reward, all in one, all in one. I mean, let's be honest, no one sim races because they enjoy it. I'm joking, sim racing is great. It's just R-Factor 2 that's not. I do feel like R-Factor fans are the only people who can despise their favourite game and yet still defend it over other games. Like, I am yet to meet a man who thinks that R-Factor 2 is bug... Well, I saw one actually. Who thinks R-Factor 2 is bug-free and reasonable. And yet everyone loves it. It's mad. What I wish is if you could have unlimited stage rallies. That would be amazing. Like, if we could just do Survival Club, but 24 stages. Like, I don't care. 100 stage Survival Club mega rally over 3 weeks. Oh, that would be amazing. Or, like, actually timed rallies, so that you had to do so many stages one day. You know, say you have a 12-stage rally, or whatever WRC runs. I don't watch it. And then you say, like, you have to do this, this, and this on this day, and then come back tomorrow for stage 2, 3, stage 5, 6, 7, for example, or 4, 5, 6. I imagine that would be amazing, because then everyone would have times, and it would actually be interesting, rather than just like right now. This is just going to be me and Staffy, with our times on the board. And then we're going to have to wait now and watch everyone else's streams to find out. Yeah, this will be... We won't find out who wins this for another 3-4 days at least. Or at least who's looking like winning it. Like, these first 2 times mean nothing. You know, they're pretty much just benchmarks for everyone else right now. I don't think me or Staffy will particularly be in with a shot of winning. I feel like the first 2 people who go tend to not, actually. I feel like you can benefit from doing your runs later. I don't know what it is, I just feel like when you have a delta to chase down it's more stressful, but I feel like you can find a bit of extra pace. That could just be me. It's completely different for everyone, obviously. This is the great thing as well. Me and Staffy are so close on pace. Like, look at this. It's pretty much green, red, green, red, green, red. I know he's going to say he probably spun, which would be quite funny. It's like we've had some great battles over the last year or two. Yeah, I've been in Dirt Rally for a year, I think. Year and a half now. But yeah, it's like, I think it was New England one time. He had an issue on the final stage, so I basically just had to drive myself to insanity to catch him by, like, I think it was like 10 seconds in the end. It wasn't as close, but at the time it was class. I might start streaming Rallycross, actually. I think it depends. If my ping works with it, we'll have to do a couple of test events to figure out. But if my ping works, then I will start streaming it. In terms of driving. Because I really want to do Rallycross properly next year. I felt like last night I had pretty good pace for someone who hadn't driven the car or track for more than 5 laps or so. Which was my fault, granted. I didn't even know I'd have the game by then. Yeah, a bit far back. Well, yeah, R Factor 2. He's summed it up there. Yeah, it's great when that happens. It is a shame you're so far down. Because you crash early on. I think the thing with R Factor 2 is, as we go into the final 6-mile stage, it's going to be fun. I think the thing with R Factor 2 is it's the best racing experience. Like when we did EERC Le Mans, ARL Le Mans even, that was driving that track. It's just amazing. That night stint in October, and then crossing the line for second ever sim racing podium. That was amazing. That was like, I mean, it sounds really cringe, but I had worked. Oh, that is disgusting. I apologise that I'm sweating through my hoodie. Oh, I'll keep my arms down now. You have to understand it's. I mentioned earlier with the pressure cooker and things. I'm so sorry about that. That was disgusting. I should have pointed it out. You probably couldn't see it. But anyway. Yeah, it's like. What was I saying? R Factor 2. Yeah, it's great. It's a brilliant game. I remember my first ever podium, actually. I mean, I've only had 2. I've only had 2. I haven't had a podium in 2021. What am I doing? What am I doing? But yeah, anyway, back to my point. I feel like, as we start the final stage, I feel like with R Factor 2, it's just a lot of trial and tribulation for... Well, good reward, obviously, but not a huge reward. Like holding off at... I think you were in that race, Pascal, actually. Austria VSRA. It was Austria VSRA, 4 hours. It was the best. I got accused in that race of killing 2 GT cars when it was completely not my fault. And given the circumstances, it was, you know. But that was a great race, holding off a 2-second gap to a car behind for a 2-hour stint without any teammates to update me on race. Oh, that was amazing. And then the move I did to get the P2 was the best move I've ever made. Out of the quick left-hander after the corner where Albon and Hamilton made, the one where you've got the gravel trap on the outside of the left-hander, I went around the outside. I had newer tyres, but like it was still incredibly ballsy move, and we both gave each other enough space It was amazing. And then the best part of it is, we both laughed about it later, and it was great. Obviously it wasn't Pascal who I overtook. I don't think we were battling. I think he must have been a GT. Legendary race, he remembers. Oh, that was the best sim race I've ever done. I almost matched my performance there, because that was like the best I have ever driven. I almost matched my performance in Cert Adelaide. It was for Iris again. It was my big comeback. I have got a sim racing podium, of course, this year. We finished second at Le Mans, obviously. Though I didn't count it because I only did 1 2-hour stint. But like they say, it takes 3 attempts to win Le Mans. So right now I've done 3rd and 2nd. So the next Le Mans race I do has to be a win. Thing is though, the technical issues I had in that race put me off sim racing so much. It was just so annoying, the fact that R-Factor... I mean, my computer's not great, but the fact that R-Factor broke so spontaneously. And the fact that you have no defence apart from my computer broke, and I don't know why. It's the fact it happens an embarrassing amount as well. It's just such a difficult game to get stable. It's like you can do all of the optimisation in the world, to the point that your PC is able to run that track. And I did tests. I was like, it had to get to 60 cars before I had any issues in practice. And then just to have a massive stutter and have to have the embarrassment of telling your teammates they've got to do another 2-hour stint. Oh, it was awful. But yeah, I almost matched my Austrian performance at Cert Adelaide. And then I binned it on the final lap. So that was fun. I think it was the final but 1 lap actually. And it was like a bad bin as well. It wasn't like a you can crawl across the line because of the safety car. It was R-Factor engines being funny again. But yes, I think I'm definitely doing RX this season. Well, it depends. If I get any like F1 commentary offers, I kind of have to take them as they come, because like, you know, I need money, and the more I commentate, that's the last spin of the day, I hope. And the more I commentate, the more likely I am to eventually get the paid jobs. I've had a couple so far, and they were quite good actually. But yeah, if something like that comes up, then I might have to skip RX. But for now, it looks like I should be able to do RX. So technically that wasn't a spin, so I'm just trying to get to the end. You won! That was right! I always forget who wins these races, because it was like, obviously I was so focused on my own race, but that was a brilliant race. And the thing is, it was completely trumped by the fact that I was public enemy #1, despite the fact, like, I had people watch the replay like, you did fine, it was fine. Because, I mean, I'm not being funny. I know you can argue, but it wasn't even my fault. But, like, if you're alongside a GT car into the braking zone, you've got someone 2 seconds up your arse, you've got 3 laps to go. Or it was even, no, it was like 5 tenths. He was right up my arse. I was so close to first ever sim racing podium. Something that, I mean, you need a bit of context. This was back when I took, or I was getting a bit frustrated at the fact I did all these sim races and I didn't have a podium yet. I've been so close so many times. We're about to finish, by the way. Yeah, I got so close so many times. You know, it's pretty much make this ever so slightly but legal move on a GT car. And yeah, I guess sometimes you have just got to put yourself first. And I mean, it was a shame that one of them got an oversteer on the more marbled line. And as we finish, we've done it! French fella helped us. Well, no, this was the thing. We watched the video. I didn't kill Alex. There was no contact. It was actually It was... I think it was... There we go. There's the results. It was... Oh, what was it? I was on the inside. I was alongside into the braking zone. So I had full rights to the corner. It wasn't a dive bomb at all. Because I didn't remember it too much. It wasn't a dive bomb at all. And then the car on the outside, because we were going 3 wide. The car on the very outside oversteered on the marbled line. And he, right, I'll continue and let's do this. Let's Google what rally teams use. So yeah, so I didn't actually touch anyone. It wasn't my fault. And then the stewards reflected that, so that was cool. And I got my first podium. Austria. So yeah, so I think it was Jeff who watched it, and I think his words were something to the effect of, "If they think that's your fault, they can F off," or something like that. It was something along those lines. Right, let me get my thing up. I don't mind. He was mad. He was mad. He kept. I don't know if I should say that. Thank you very much, Staffy. That was so much fun. Actually, I'm glad I'm back to it rallying. Right, we're not finished yet though. We're googling what. Oh, I'm on Bing for God's sake. Right, we'll go YouTube. We'll YouTube it. Right, so WRC Team Simulator. He sent me the meme. I'll get that up in a bit. And in fact, I'll get Discord up so I can put all up me. So, what do they actually use? I'll go to DuckDuckGo, I think. I appreciate I'm not showing you. Right, I need to add a window capture. Oh, this could be so risky. DuckDuckGo, there we go. There we go. It's a 4K monitor, so I apologise. Another flex that I have a 4K monitor. I'd love to see it. Right, let me get this up. Oh, I'm going to be in front of it. There we go. Okay, you can see that. Right, I'm actually quite curious here. Okay. What teams... Oh, okay, I can explain that. I was watching that thing. I was watching a thing, and it mentioned a race, and turns out that word is a slur. But like an actual slur, not one of them fake ones. So I googled it, because I was like, what the hell is one of them? It was this YouTube skit, and I was like, I've never heard of that term before. So I Google it, and next thing I know it's a slur. So that's why that came up in my history. So I'm not a racist, I promise. I have an excuse. What do WRC teams use for a simulator? So, right. It's not going to tell me. That's lovely. Why is it on Bing? I use DuckDuckGo. WRC simulate. What simulator do WRC teams use? What is this? What is this crap? I don't care. NASCAR? What teams they use? I mean, there is obviously... What's this? This looks interesting. And that's... never mind. RC... Who uses an RC racing simulator? Yeah, I was going to say, I probably... It looks like they might not use Sims. I mean, it would make sense, wouldn't it? They don't... I suppose they don't have enough data on the things for... As I'm going to get this meme up for you. There's nothing on my Discord. This is brilliant. Right, hang on. Discord. I've never seen this before, actually. It's called me a dumbass and an idiot, eh? Oh, not me. What? Oh, this was the race that the person who finished P2, they didn't have the right fuel, because I remember the fuel management. I'll tell you the story afterwards. That was very funny. So, yeah, so what happened was, they weren't fighting for P2, they had P2, they were about a minute ahead of us. I was settled for P3. I was like, it's fine, I just want the podium, I just want to get it out of the way. And it was a battle for fuel the entire race. I was having to run mode 2. I think, because this was what made, if I do say so myself, my drive probably the best that I put it in sim racing. Because I think I managed to save about 2 laps of fuel over a stint while keeping someone behind. So it got to the last thing and it was looking like I was having to pit, actually. I was struggling to go 40 minutes on the tank and I came in with 40 minutes to go. So I think it was supposed to do about 35 because of the track. I was waiting to save that 2 laps of fuel over the stint, and I came up that if you ran mode 2 and short shifted a bit, you could get away with it. And I managed to get away with it, so that was fun. And I think it was Pascal, actually, who asked me, like, how the hell did you save 2 minutes of fuel in that race? Not 2 minutes, 2 laps. And I think it was 2 laps, right. So, what's this? So, how... WRC Team Simulator. So there's rally drivers using things. What is WRC? Well, that's obviously not the thing. I refuse, because here's the thing that I was thinking as well. They probably wouldn't have any... what is it? They wouldn't have... I forgot YouTube also puts your location at the bottom of the screen. I should probably turn that off. So yeah, so they don't have... Peter even went in a lap earlier than he could have fuel-wise. Won't be important, he said, we're putting it in. I remember that, yeah. So, I think the teams won't have the data for the stages, will they? Which is interesting. So it would be a bit pointless for them to run a sim at all. I think they'd be better just... I mean, the cars are quite cheap compared to all the cars as well, aren't they? Yeah, of course. So, I don't think they would run a simulator, come to think of it. Unless they ran it for... Because when do the routes get released? I don't know. When do the routes get released? Because if the routes get released in time, they can at least mock up the routes to teach the drive. But then that would kind of take away the gentleman's spirit of rally. Yeah, I mean, it is quite a relatively small championship compared to the likes of even Formula E and things. I mean, trying to find a place to watch WRC is harder than most things. So, that's interesting. Anyway, I should probably get off. So, after outing my incredibly dodgy search history that I didn't even know was there, from Googling what something was, and it turns out it was an offensive thing. That was interesting. After that, it's been a very successful stream. It's been quite fun. I'll probably do this every week. Yeah, with the different services as well, and the fact that obviously the services are much more changeable. So yeah, so other than that, I'd like to thank you all very much for watching, and I will see you in 2 days for Sprint Club, and I'll see you all later. Oh, by the way, subscribe to Staffy and Callie. They do their streams. Not quite as cringe as mine, yet. We should normalise EERC face cams, but they've got like VR headsets and cool stuff. But other than that, thank you very much for watching, and I will see you